What's the date today? The 9th.
Yeah.
We are not far from Remembrance Day, 11th, tomorrow. End of all, dude, possibly if the votes get finished getting counted by like the 11th, you could have World War 3 starting on the eve of the end of World War 1.
No, we'll have World War 3 on Friday.
I had a dream that Russia fucking nuked a neighbouring country.
Well, think about it. Trump and Putin are best friends. They love him. Putin loves him because Putin's like, look, he's puppet. Like, you think he's friends with him because he wants to be friends with him. He knows if Clinton gets in, that they're not going to get their way. Russia's not going to get their way. A lot of these countries are not going to get their way. Trump's like, Putin's going to be like, lick my ass. And Trump will be all up in there, man. Yeah, because saying, give us this and give us that. Yeah. Trump is a puppet. That's what's going to happen. And war will break out. And it's time to build some bunkers.
I'm just going to be hiding in the dojo.
We're just here with Maximus and bounties.
A couple of bags of sand at the door. Just we got the TV with the PlayStation over there.
We'll have all that business just peeling potatoes.
Just bags of sand. Like fortified the whole dojo. And we're just playing Fight Night. Call us when it's done. We're assuming the power stays. Like we have a spit bucket and a urinal bucket.
Well, that's big news.
What's that?
Totally unrelated.
Oh, okay.
But remember John Stockton?
Basketball.
Yeah. His son just signed for New Zealand Breakers.
What? What?
Twitter, man, it's all over it, man.
Why? When as good as your old man, eh?
New Zealand Breakers.
John Stockton led the league in assists.
Yeah, man.
John Stockton of Gonzaga or something. Gonzaga, I think that was the name of the state, the city.
Johnny Stockton.
Yeah, little bastard. I hated his face.
Oh, that pointy features.
Yeah,
pointy rat-like features.
He was known for like his tenacity and his aggression, being a little dude.
There he is.
Yeah, man. He was known for his aggression and his son
looks just
his conditioning. His son looks exactly the same.
His son looks even dorkier.
Yeah, he was known for his conditioning, like he was just like an athlete, just relentless. Yeah, but I always just looked at him like this little arrogant cunt. I don't know why. He was a good player. I just never liked him. I always liked Mark Price. If you had to pick like a white shooting guard that was good at threes, Mark Price. Or Scott Skiles. Skiles was my man.
Updating. Clinton just won for, what's she win? Maryland.
Maryland?
Yeah. She just won that now.
There should be a live chart, like there should be a live tracker. This is the election episode for the States.
I'm following Daz Dillinger.
Yeah, so am I.
There. I voted for change. How about you? South Los Angeles.
For change?
That's Clinton's thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I think it's vote for the Clinton's. What's Clinton? Make America Great Again or something? Is that
Trump's?
That's
Trump's.
Make America Great Again.
The Clinton one, I think, is for change.
For change,
or some shit like that.
I don't. The hashtags you're talking about. Yeah, I really don't know.
Like Obama's was hope, right?
Yeah,
hope.
I'm pretty sure it was hope.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
Yeah.
No,
Daz Dillinger, man.
Daz. All of Daz's Instagram shots are just him baked out of his head.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Dude, he promotes his music once a year. He promotes his line of weed like 3 times an hour.
All right.
Who is it?
Daz. The rapper.
Oh.
It's part of the
starting to smash it out. She just won Delaware, Massachusetts.
Okay, so
she's starting to get a bit of a roll.
I hope to God it's a landslide. Just to shut the cunt up and let him go away back to his defunct, Trump University or...
They're going to keep everyone hanging till the last minute.
Yeah.
The people at the Trump parties, people at the Trump party, right? Saying, 9 News retweeted, Trump offers cash bar at his election party. A Coke costs $7, beers are $10. Some unhappy punters here. What? So he's actually making his own supporters unhappy. This is who you're voting for, you dickheads.
He's made everyone unhappy, man.
Clinton just won Washington DC.
Oh,
it's coming in.
That's a big one, man. For her to win DC, that's big.
But Clinton now claims Illinois, like Chicago, New Jersey, Massachusetts, Maryland, Washington.
So the whole East Coast, basically.
Yeah. And I love it. Trump claimed Missouri, Mississippi, Oklahoma, Tennessee. Yeah,
all the South. Man. All the rednecks are sitting around their overalls in their moonshine right now, patting their pet pigs.
Come on, Donald!
Yeah. Just sitting there, like you see him naked under like the overalls. It's just...
Yeah, with his hat and the hair coming out. Just, come on, Spark! It's just a pig.
The overalls are always really loose and baggy as well. You can see right in there.
Oh, that's disgusting, man. It's fucking
no.
wrong, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, dude, this popped up. I don't know. Do you guys know much about Peter? You know
The pumpkin eater?
As in, like,
Who?
oh, yeah, like, as in,
Peter Pumpkin Eater.
No. No, the welfare for animals.
yeah, the
thing.
animals. Funny you say that. Ian Somerhalder's like fucking their main spokesman.
Fuck that guy, man. Seriously. Fucking Ian Somerhalder.
We cannot get away from this vampire killer.
He's very caring for the animals.
Yeah, very caring. Did you see did you see Peter's latest ad campaign?
No.
Yeah, this is how caring your poster boy is. They've got into shit for it because they made a comparison between animals in like farms and stuff to rape victims.
That is definitely not the same. So you
They're
and
saying
Ian...
that the animals are getting raped every day in order for our consumption. They're getting raped.
Yeah, so they're comparing humans to
They're comparing
animals,
humans
basically.
to
Not just that, they're comparing the mental anguish of rape
yeah.
to a human being.
To an animal being inseminated,
Yeah.
they're comparing that to rape victims.
Yeah, no.
To the point where in the ad campaign they have like a woman like talking as if she's been assaulted.
They're always way over the top, though. Like,
Dude,
just for like shock value or something.
I
Like,
saw that and I'm like, are you fucking kidding, man?
I remember they had a campaign saying like, don't eat eggs because you're eating a chicken's period, and that's wrong. Like, that's how extreme they are, dude. I know.
My head hurts.
I know.
Dude, it's that sort of shit that like just fuels ignorance, man.
Yeah, it fuels ignorance and just keeps people just stuck in this stupid mentality of like, just worrying about just stupid shit. Like,
Dude, rape. How can you compare like a crime, like a sexual assault victim, man, to an animal like that's literally raised to be eaten?
Yeah.
How is that on any fucking...
You can't, because you're comparing humans to
Yeah.
animals. That's what you do. You're saying they're the same thing.
My brain, man.
First murder.
But they will have plenty of supporters.
of course.
Damn straight.
Yeah. How? In what universe?
This
It's
is such a
fucking insane,
complex
man.
world, man.
I know.
It's
But you know what the problem is? People have too many options these days, man.
No shit.
Too many options.
Try being fucking hungry. Read about the Great Blizzard and shit in
Yeah.
the States when people resorted to cannibalism.
Yeah, man.
Why? Because they were fucking hungry, man.
I'm gonna eat him.
Yeah, they were literally hungry, man. They were like, if you read about the Great Blizzards, like it was pioneer sort of era in the States.
I'll look it up for you.
There was a massive blizzard that just took over like the whole country, man. It was fucked, dude. They're scary stories. They're like you read them and it's just like fuck, man, hard times. To the point where like they literally recovered the body of like the father of the family and they ate his internal organs.
Did you want the Great Blizzard of 1888?
I think that's the one.
The Great Blizzard of 1899? The Great Blizzard of 1978? That'd be the 88 one, wouldn't it?
I'm pretty sure it's 88. Like pioneer times, man. Like Jebediah Springfield
Most
times.
severe recorded blizzards. Yeah. The most severe ever recorded.
Yeah. Dude, like
We don't know hard times, do we?
No,
man.
You're talking about these families, man, be living like a house, and they'd strip the leather lining off the roof, boil it, and eat it, because there was just nothing left.
Do you want to hear equivalent? How much damage it caused?
That's fucked up.
Damage in 1888 was $25 million worth. Back then. You know what that is equivalent to now? $660 million.
Yeah. It was fucked.
Like a little mini ice age.
Yeah, that was hard times,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Like early settler shit. And that's what I was going to say about Battlefield 1. That's why I brought up World War 1 before. Does anyone know anything about World War 1? Because everyone knows about World War 2, like Nazi Germany and all that shit that's been done 100 times. No one ever hears anything about World War 1. As Australians, we really should know a bit about it, considering the involvement we had. I've been playing Battlefield 1 on PS4. It only got released like a couple of weeks ago. Brilliant fucking game. I'm not even that into first-person shooters as far as online games. Like, I'm really not. But I had my arm twisted by Johnny Des and Goldfarb, and they said, you got to get on it. And so I did. Brilliant game, man. Brilliant game. Like, looks great. But the thing that gets me about it is the realism in it, that it's portraying World War One.
It shows you how it
Yeah,
went.
you really feel like you're in the trenches, you're helpless, right? And I remember I had the opening scene described to me, but I only understood it when I first got into it. It's like the prologue, like you play. Obviously, it's an online game, right? So the whole object is the online gaming part. Mm-hmm. But there's six campaign stories you can play, and it just puts you in different settings throughout the war.
That's cool.
So like the last one is Lawrence of Arabia in the Sinai Desert, and you're playing as one of those Bedouin. Is it Bedouin? Like, how do you pronounce it? What are the African? Those top of Africa. Like you literally side with Lawrence of Arabia.
Yeah.
It's the only campaign I haven't played yet. The opening one is the most scary, confronting scenario that you play. You play as one of the Harlem Hellfighters. Right, Harlem Hellfighters were basically one of the first infantry units from Harlem, and it was the first time African Americans were allowed to actually participate in the war. Yeah, and up until that point, they felt like there was a chance for them to redeem themselves, get some respect back for from white Americans, basically. Yeah. Man, you smack bang like the opening scene. There's this black guy and he's in a hospital, like a gurney, like a bed, and suddenly like he's stirring and just suddenly like wakes up or whatever, and he's smack bang in the middle of like a war, like a war zone, just a fight, no man's land, shit going down, artillery fire, people losing it, and you realise like it's him, and he's just been stunned, like he's in the fight. All of a sudden, a guy comes up to him, like a German's about to kill him, and he like stops it, and someone sort of slaps him, he's like, "Get a hold of yourself," you know what I mean? Grab a gun and head for the line. So you're playing, like this is your intro.
Snap out of it, boy.
This is your intro to the game, right? Because you have to play this in order to get through the first part.
Yeah.
You literally got a gun and you're just running. You got no idea where you are. Dudes are dying. There's smoke, artillery, like shit's just going off. Yeah. You die, and it just brings up his name. It says, blah blah blah, 1897 to 1910 or whatever, like however old he was. And then it zooms into another. Like from that, you get transported to another position. Now, like you're in a tank, and you're running from another angle of the fight. And then, like, that guy, like, once you die, like, you basically can't just clock the game on that. Like, it forces you to get killed, like you play for, like, not even 30 seconds. Because you're just frantic. You're running around. He dies, and then it'll just say, unknown soldier, 1893 to whatever. And you're just seeing it, and it just, through the chaos, no matter what you do, you sort of keep advancing through this little mission. And it just gets you to familiarise yourself with all the different playing types. At one point, you're in a tank with like a Scottish or an English officer, and he's just yelling at you like, "Shoot! Take these guys out! Take these guys out!" You're just gunning artillery from the side of the tank, and you just keep going and going and going.
So it gives you perspective of like all different areas.
Dude, no matter what you do, at the end of that little tank thing, you think you're finally there. It's like, "Oh, we've done it!" Tank gets obliterated. Then it shows him his name, and then it's like that's the intro to Battlefield 1. Like all these unknown, pointless deaths, man. Just like
just another number.
Yeah.
Yep. Dead.
And I was just like, fuck, man.
Well,
like,
that's what's going to happen if Trump gets in.
Dude, you feel so fucking helpless, like playing it. You're just like, oh my god. I was just going to say, all the campaigns, you've got a campaign where you're an English officer in a tank battalion, and you're basically going through the game, and then like you get stuck behind enemy lines, your tank busts up, you've got to do sneak attacks in like an Austrian village. And that's the other thing, it focuses on like World War One, which is rarely ever done. So you got like, that war, man, is really significant because of World War One, had the most deaths. Like if you look up the facts just in Wikipedia, right?
I actually had it up,
To before World War Two, that was the biggest war anyone had ever seen it. It was like a whole new combat level because there was still there's still soldiers on horseback. A lot of people like horseback, man. Like, do you know how foreign that sounds? And like suits of armor. Like what? Can you imagine soldiers on horseback? Yeah, literally, right? And you had that war up until World War II had been the biggest death count of all time, right?
Yeah, military in the Allies was 5 million.
Yeah, and it was called the War to End All Wars, the Great War, because they said after this things have to change because like it's been massive. Didn't change shit. World War II was like 5 years later.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Military wounded 12 million. Military missing 4 million.
Yeah,
missing,
AKA dead.
They said in that time period, the most amount of territories and empires, like the Austrian Empire, Hungarian Empire, the Russian Federation, like that broke down. The German, there were so many breakdowns of empires because of that war.
Ottoman.
Yeah, the Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman Empire,
the
finally. Finally, the Ottoman Empire.
Greece was part of that war. Like it says it right here.
The Ottoman Empire finally folded, right? And this is what I liked about it. They don't play any side favoriting either. Like they don't.
Just shows you how it was.
It just shows you how horrific it was and what it meant for everyone. So like the Tank Battalion one, like you're a British fighter going through Austrian villages looking for like parts, So that's that mission, There's one where there's one that's focusing on the flying. That was the first one I did, and that was really fucking confronting. basically you're an American who gambles, right? As a gambler, he's playing this British pilot, and he tricks him, he secures him down to a chair while he's playing a game of cards, and he steals his plane, right? Because he wants to be a pilot. Convinces the co-pilot that he's the guy that he says he is, right? They're doing like just random training drills. Then they get taken over, like just swarmed on by a bunch of like fighters. So they get stuck in a dogfight. You succeed that. Then you get roped into doing a mission. Get shot down, and you just hoof it. You're behind no man's land, so you're just hoofing it through like villages of like Germans and Austrians. Yeah. So the whole time it's like you're in no man's land. You've got no weapons on you. Like you're just scavenging. And man, I was playing it, and sometimes I'm thinking like I can just do the big sneak attacks and just like take everyone out. Man, all of a sudden you just hear like Germans like start getting yelled, and you're like, "Fuck!" You're just literally gonna run. Like there's no like you're just running, man. Anyway, there's that one there, right, which is really fucked up. Then there's one about the Italians. It's about an Italian unit, the Dridi. I can't remember what they were called, and he's telling a story about how his twin brother got killed. So he's going through the mission of like the Italians taking on the Austrians or something. Yeah. So you go through that story, and that's like they're all just different campaigns. Like, the American one...
And is it all true to how it actually...
Well, they're based on, like, just what it was like. You know what I mean? The American one was sort of lighthearted in the point where, like... I mean, I'll spoil it. You know, the guy that was in the plane with you, you leave him for dead, basically. You think you've left him for dead. As he moves on, you realise that you make the decision, you put him on your shoulders, and you're just running through no man's land with a guy on your back. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's like, anything could have happened. The Italian one, you're telling the story to your granddaughter about what happened in the war, and you're telling the story of how your twin brother got killed. You know? So it's a shit ending. Like, you fight through all these things, and then you find your dead brother's body. Like, so,
Lovely.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a downer. Then there's another one. I don't remember the one that I played right after that. But then the one that got me was The Runner. It's based in Gallipoli, and you play an Australian.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
And for the first time in ages, I was like, "Whoa, man!" So you're like this general dude, yeah, like this fucking Aussie, like general, like he looks like what's the guy? He's always in every Australian movie, man. He's the most Aussie dude on the planet.
Is his name David something?
Oh,
Was he in 300? One of the little messenger guy.
No. He's an older
Oh, that
dude.
guy.
He's an older dude. Fuck.
The guy from the castle.
No.
I know who you're talking about. He did the Melbourne bank ads.
Maybe.
You know, what's his name?
Gavin something? He's an Australian actor. I'm pretty sure his first name is Gavin or Brian. Brian,
Brian Brown.
I think it's Brian Brown.
Yeah.
I actually think it's Brian Brown.
He was
Brown,
actually in an ad the other day. He's in the
Brian.
He was much bigger, like, in the 80s and shit.
Yeah.
Hang on.
This guy.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Brian Brown. He looks exactly like Brian Brown.
Yeah.
He even sounds like him. Man, I guarantee you it's going to be him.
Probably.
Like, looking up the voice actor, I bet you it's him. He looks like a Brian Brown straight away. And basically, he's on a ship he's on one of the big battalions facing the Ottomans at Gallipoli. He's like, fuck. And it just says, like, statistics. The first wave of, basically, they did like a Trojan horse thing, right? So, just a little navy ship, like not even a navy ship, just like a random steamship.
Fishing boat.
Yeah, a steamship pulls up onto the Ottoman brinks. All of a sudden, like, battalions like fall out. Dude, half the soldiers on that wiped out first wave. Like, literally gone.
That was
right?
you just came there for nothing.
Yeah, like gone. So he's just sitting there, he's like, fuck, we've got to get to this, we've got to do an offensive, we've got to do this, and that. While he's standing there talking, yeah, like just figuring out what he's got to do, like to the English general or whatever.
Blows off. Like,
This kid rolls up. And says, are you such and such, whatever his name is, I keep forgetting his name.
Brian. Let's call him Brian.
He's a kid, yeah? He goes, are you such and such? He's like, no, I'm not. He goes, yeah, but that's your picture. Like, he's got like a photo of him. He's like, it's not me, you know, whatever. So he goes back to the thing. He's like, oh, who have you got for me? He's like, oh, that kid. He goes, I don't want this fucking kid. Like, he goes, he came all the way here to see you, the great whatever. Yeah, even lied about his conscription age. So he's like a fresh-faced kid, can't even hold his gun. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. Takes him on the first charge. Like, he says to him, all right, just follow, don't fucking move from this boat, la la la. You run up the Ottoman thing, and while you're doing it, while you're storming Gallipoli, guys are just dying left, right, and center. Like, you can hear the screams, the artillery. It's so fucking like...
Oh.
Chilling.
Yeah, man, it's fucked up. Anyway, you get to the top of, like, Gallipoli, right? And you're thinking, fuck, I've got to do something now. Like, what am I going to do? And while you're there, you turn around and the kid's there. He's like, you fucking idiot. Like, why'd you follow me for? It's like, oh, I just wanted to. He goes, what? Have a look. Like, and he just shows him the battlefield. There's just people dead. And he's like, fuck. Like, la, la, la. Then he delivers the best line, man, of that whole thing. Turns to the kid. The kid's like throwing up. He's like, get up, kid. Don't worry about it. We'll be fine. The kid turns around and goes, I'm going to die. Like, that's it. I'm dead.
Accepted
He
death.
goes, no, you won't. You're Australian. We're impossible to kill.
Ah, that's mad.
Yeah. And I'm just like, yeah, man.
Oh, dude.
You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, man. It's like, you're not a Kiwi, are you? And they just laugh. Right? Then there's a whole story that, you just sort of venture into Ottoman, and you're doing the running. Like,
Dude, it sounds pretty fucking cool game.
Dude, you're doing the running for
I want
the
to see
Gallipoli.
this game, man.
You're with
play it.
this kid, right, in the general's thing,
Yeah.
and he's like, I need the kid for we need a runner. He's like, you're not taking him. It's like, we need a runner. And you're older. You're an older dude. You're probably like in your late 50s, like war-torn. He's like, I'll do it. He goes, fuck. He goes, if this kid gets stuck in a gunfight, he's dead. Like, you can't put him in there. He's too fresh face. He's like, I'll do it. So you become a runner for the Gallipoli line. Like, it's fucked up.
That's mad.
And it just keeps going and going, man. It's just like, I was just like, whoa.
So are you
Whoa.
deep into that at the moment? Like, just loving it?
Yeah, I was just I've been playing it a lot. I've been reading a lot about World War One as well.
So what sparked World War One? What kicked it off?
It's a lot of bullshit treaties, man. It was fucked up. It was just annexing of like territories and shit. Look it up, man. It's really fucked.
It's called The Runner.
But at the end of that campaign, because I finished it, right, like that campaign,
Yeah.
they've got all the facts, and it said over 100,000 Ottomans lost their lives defending their land. Like, they didn't say that. They said, I remember the facts that they stated. One of them was, it was the first time Australians and New Zealanders fought under their own flag as a nation. Like, we went under the British Empire. Like, we fought with Britain, but as Australians. 100,000 Ottomans lost their lives at Gallipoli defending that, and they eventually, after 9 months, they won. Right?
Yeah.
We lost. Like, Australians lost that battle, and the war-hardened veterans of Gallipoli from the Ottoman Empire went on to build the founding steps of the Republic of Turkey. Like, as in, all the generals, all the guys that like literally fought out the Ottoman Empire, like
Actually lived it.
They set the cornerstone for the Republic of Turkey after that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that's what the game is, man. Like, a lot of random facts.
So
like
what's
that.
actually called?
Battlefield 1. Yeah, it's a really good game, man. There's still there's a few other ones, a few other missions. There's one other campaign, which is the Sinai Desert, where you're fighting with Lawrence of Arabia, which I'm waiting to get onto. But man, World War One, it was like massive, man. Like, the change that war brought, like, as far as it's the first time you had planes, fighter planes, all the new weapons. You had flamethrower units in World War One, man, causing mass destruction, but they were really unreliable, like just blowing up. You know what I mean? Like, just brutal, man. It was like on another level.
Horses and all sorts of shit.
Yeah, you're on you get a cavalry thing.
That's sick.
Yeah, man. But honestly, man, that Aussie campaign really fucked with
Just
me.
gives you a little glimpse of what it sort of...
Tiny, dude, can't
like,
compare.
Yeah, you can't compare it, but like...
Yeah.
Dude,
I'd love to
imagine-
go see, but love to go see it.
all that sort of shit. Yeah, man.
Just to go see
It's really, man, like, you get thrown into it and you just feel helpless, man. Like, and just people getting cut down, like, left, right, and center. And you know what gets me is, dude, now you see, like, drone attacks, where it's literally just like someone playing video games. Like, someone at a screen.
In a van,
And
yeah.
a van fucking kilometers away, never there. We'll never see the faces of the victims, ever. And that's what shits me when people are gung-ho, like, we need a bomb, blah, blah, blah. We need to fucking send a nuke over. That'll sort them out. Like, are you out of your minds? You're talking about people.
nuking fucking... Yeah, no.
You're talking about human beings, man.
Trump will nuke half the world. You
Yeah.
It's so sad that, like, there has to be world wars. Like, what the fuck is that? Like,
That's
all this
fucked.
killing and violence, like, it just...
Yeah, man.
Why?
Yeah.
Let's get along.
It's
And then,
just,
do you ever think about, like, imagine World War III did break out, like...
what would
how
happen to us?
Dude, like, how fucked up would that be? How scary, like, it would be so fucking scary, just like...
Imagine being in World War, man. Like, imagine being in a war situation, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know.
Like, terrifying.
I know.
Like...
Could you imagine us just sitting here waiting for, like, the big one to drop? Like, everyone's like, oh, they were too...
Or imagine like, people have just invaded our coastline, and we're just waiting for them to come and kill us, like...
What would you do? And you know what gets me? All the fucking heroes that think that, like, they're defenders of the galaxy. No, man, nothing's ever going to happen to me. I'm fucking like, you get nothing, man.
Yeah, I joke about that I'd be the hero, but obviously
Yeah.
I wouldn't be. I'd
But
be
dude,
shit scared.
yeah.
Like,
Dude, I was in Afghanistan, right? I wasn't a soldier. I wasn't a thing. I couldn't imagine being a soldier in a war. Like, I saw it firsthand, as in, you know, man, the
Just heading towards other people with guns.
dude,
like,
it's,
whoa,
oh man.
The purpose is to die.
Yeah, that's the purpose. To
I
die.
told you that kid that I spoke
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know, we'll sit there play cards, and he was fucking baby, man, like 18, 19 years old. I go, what are you doing here, man? He's like, oh, I'm just waiting to die. Like what? I was like,
Dude,
I couldn't get my head around it.
I remember years ago when I was still at the events job, yeah, like this going back
Yeah.
at least 10 years, yeah? We had a couple of backpackers come in, man. They were Israeli paratroopers. They just finished serving like 3 years in Israel, man. Like commandos. These were they were nice as shit if you were nice to them, but there were a lot of dudes that were sort of racist because of all the backpackers, you know? I was the only one with the patience to like talk to anyone that didn't really have English as a first language. These Israelis, man, like they were hard. Like they would joke around with me and shit, but man, if someone pissed them off, they just got fucking quiet. Like just, man, it's fucked.
Well, I'm not being biased or anything,
Yeah.
but when I was flying out of Afghanistan, I was at Camp Bastion, and where there was Greek special forces
Oh
there.
yeah, you told me about them. What they were
Yeah.
called? They had a name.
Hellenic Front,
Yeah, that's it.
right? And there was like 12 of them, and they were going for a mission up into the mountains for like a week or 2 weeks. They were the scariest motherfuckers I ever met in my life. They were like programmed. You could just tell the way they would speak and the way they would just
calculated soldiers, just
Dude,
like
like-
fucking, yeah.
like, because I spoke to one guy, his name was Vasily, Bill, right? And I go, how long you been here for? And he's like, oh, this is my second time round, like my second tour, I've come back. I was saying it in Greek though, like we were talking a bit. But even the way he wasn't meaning to be cold. It was just, that's the way he's been programmed. Military, fucking this. And I said to him, for some reason, I just asked him in Greek, I go, are you scared? And all he said was, ohi. Which means, no, man, like, but cold, man, like, no. And he goes, nice meeting you. He goes, take care while you're traveling. That's all he said to me. He goes, take care. They got in this fucking armored vehicle, man. Right? I'm talking black balaclavas on, all 12 of them. And no one was shorter than 6'6", man. They were all big units, man. They got into this black armored vehicle, all 12 of them, and just drove out, man. They had fucking knives. They had fucking everything on them, man.
Just a different kind of
Dude,
person.
and they had the skull patch, the old Greek military, they had the old Hellenic Front, man. They had that on the badges and stuff.
Yeah, that was their insignia. Yeah.
That was the scariest motherfuckers. You know what else is scary, man? The fucking Bulgarians, man.
Yeah, man.
Those motherfuckers, they were on the same, like, on the camp there. They were all getting ready to go to their different destinations. Those boys aren't, like, nice.
Don't play around.
No, either do the French Foreign Legion, man. Those fuckers are crazy. They were criminals.
Yeah,
French Foreign Legion.
French Foreign Legion was
Full
notorious for that,
murderers.
though.
Murderers
They take
and-
anyone that just wants to get out.
And just kill.
Just
Hey, if you want to go to
Bloody-
war,
yeah. If you want to kill people,
have you
join
seen
the
a
Foreign
documentary
Legion.
on the French Foreign Legion?
No, I
What
haven't.
training they do?
I've seen a bit of it.
Dude, watch the documentary
Yeah.
of what kind of training they do, and you'll understand why they're lunatics.
Yeah.
You'll understand it. Like, I watched all that shit in Afghanistan, because I had nothing else to do. You'll understand why they are lunatics. And look up the top 10 special forces around the world. Australia's always in the top 2, 3. Always. Yeah, you get your Americans, your SEALs, your this and
Marines and
that,
shit.
Marines. But man,
No, the
best
SAS,
ones-
man. The SAS are up there.
Yeah.
As far as hardened.
Dude,
they
I've
are up
heard
there.
that. They're like
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
man, honestly, like, I've looked all that up. Like, Australians, Bulgarians, the Austrians, and the Danish.
Yeah,
Denmark.
actually, I've heard a bit about
The
Denmark.
Danish, mate, they
The
are.
Danes.
Nah, I'm telling you, man, they're some crazy nut jobs, man.
And that's what gets me with, like, war-stricken countries, man. Because there are countries that, man, like, think about it. People that only see war.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all they know.
That's all they know, man.
Yeah.
Go to, like, the Middle East, go to Africa, where there's, like, civil war.
to
Civil war's
Sierra
been gone.
Leone.
Sierra Leone, yeah. Sudan.
The Congo, going down there.
Dude, there's just dudes running around
Little
with
kids
AKs.
with AKs, yeah. Always,
That's
always
it.
AKs.
That's all they
Yeah.
fucking know. That's what pisses me off when people complain about how shit it is here, or how they're fucking hard. It's like, dude, get fucking hard.
Man, these-
you got into a fight down at fucking Chasers on Saturday.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
I lost a tooth. Man, these kids are getting bombs thrown
Yeah.
at them. Told ya, the one scarring thing that I will never forget in my life is when we were driving to the camp, was a little kid holding an AK, man. Like, burnt in my fucking memory. I remember what he looked like, and I remember what he wore.
Yeah,
Like, that is like the worst thing I could ever see.
Like how old, roughly?
Dude, couldn't be more than 10 or 11. Could not have been more than 10 or 11.
And think about our lives growing up compared to his life.
Yeah, man.
At 10 years old, like we're in primary school.
Dude, listen to the
ball.
podcast for the last month.
Yeah.
We're talking about playing basketball and trading cards and ice cream.
Watching the crow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This
there's a
kid-
9-year-old kid holding an AK to protect his family because he has to.
Yeah, and I was literally like, I looked to the side, and he was sitting in front of his little shanty. I couldn't have, like, it was probably the size of, like, it was just a shanty, like, made of, like, aluminium.
Yeah.
Right? And he was sitting there, and his mum and his siblings or whatever were inside, and he was sitting on a chair with a gun. Like, just sitting there. And I'm thinking, that kid can't be more than 10.
Do you know what that reminds me of? Three Kings, that movie? With,
Yeah,
George
yeah,
Clooney?
it's a sick movie.
When they're like, sniper, sniper! Because
Yeah.
some guy got shot down, and they're all like looking for where the fuck the snipers come from. It's a kid with like a bolt action rifle, just behind a ledge.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
click, click, click.
Yeah.
That's it. What are you
Yeah,
meant to do with that, man?
What are you going to do? It's a kid. You know,
That's what they actually. You know what? That's what they're saying about with ISIS right now. That's what the ISIS
Child
is starting-
soldiers.
Yeah, ISIS was starting to implement all child soldiers like as the last line of attack because they've got nothing left. That's what Hitler did in the last year. That's why Fury was such a good movie. Did you watch Fury with Brad Pitt, your poster boy?
I never saw it.
Dude, I said it early on one of the earlier podcasts. Fury is a great movie because it represents a part of the war that's often overlooked, World War II, and it's the last leg. Like the last leg, but on another front, away from Berlin.
Yep.
So you're seeing a lot of the child soldiers, and that's ultimately what undoes. It's early in the movie. It's not like a crucial plot point. One of the new dudes, they're going along in a tank, and the new dude sees a child soldier like on the side of the road, like for Germany, and he just panics. He's like, "Fuck!" Like that guy's got like an anti-tank thing on him, like a mortar thing. He's like, "What do I do?" And that thing fucks up like a tank, costs like a hump, and he's like, you know. You're meant to spot him. You know, what the fuck?
Yep.
It's like, I didn't know what to do. It's like, man, kid or no kid, they're here to kill you. Like, you got to fucking do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the saying with ISIS. That's what's happening right now. Like, a lot of child soldiers are starting to hit the front.
through.
Oh man.
You know, it's a really shit situation, man. But war is just a shit situation. It's just a real, but you think about all the advances in the technology we've got now, but back then.
But that's what I was trying to get at. Like, you know, like drone attacks and shit like that. Man, it's literally just video games. You wouldn't know what you're hitting. Just, oh, here's a building with some dots. Yeah,
It's easy to kill people.
Whatever.
You don't have to- yeah.
We were having a day on our camp. Like, I had a day off. And we were just sitting outside. It was fucking hot, man. It was like 40-something degrees. And I'm looking up. And I hear this little, you can't even really hear it. It's like a wisp, like a thing. And I go to the guy I work with. He used to be a soldier, but he came and worked with us, like, after whatever. I go, what is that? He goes, it's a drone. Like, it was like a little plane. And it was going around hitting spots so it can give coordination. Like, so, you know what I mean? Like,
you map coordinates.
Like
so-
surveilling.
recon.
Man,
Yeah.
and that night, when I was up there drinking beers, man, we're at the bar, and all you see is the mountain, like, because Afghanistan's a bowl.
Yep.
And these planes come in, and all you hear is like, the whole fucking side of the mountain lit up orange, man. I was like, the fuck just happened there?
Yeah.
And that's what they were doing.
And that's one
Recon.
out of every fucking 2 days
Dude.
for the last 10 years.
Yeah. That's why you can't sleep during war, man. I wasn't even a soldier. And I was like, what the fuck? I was fucked up for a while, man. I was like, what the fuck's going on here? It was really eye-opening shit, man.
Dude.
Yeah, man.
What the fuck?
Yeah. But seeing that, and then seeing kids, that's what got me, is seeing kids. Because, like, they're not at fault. Like,
What the fuck does a kid know?
what is it? Look,
It's not his cause.
Yeah.
He's just having it drilled into his head.
Yeah.
You
There's
know,
another
like-
little kid living in a tent on the side of the road, like, holding onto his goat because his dad got killed, or, you know, and that's all the family can have, like, for, like, to barter or to bargain or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Shit like that. Like, a 12-year-old driving a semi-trailer, man. A 12-year-old man.
I remember you told me about that, yeah.
Because I'd talk to this guy, like, sometimes,
Yeah, I
right?
remember that one, man.
Fully flipped, man. Like, this kid is reversing a
Just
semi-trailer,
to pride
dude.
it, like he's
Dude, and why?
Hand behind the seat.
Yeah, why? Because they killed his father, and he had to keep money coming in for the family. He had to work for a Western company. Do you know what I mean? Shit like that. It goes deeper than war. It goes like, I saw the other side. It was fucked. Like the kids, man. Cops are the worst, man. Like the innocents. Yeah.
Like, can you imagine?
And then they become not innocent.
Yeah.
That's
Because their eyes are like
that's what got me
Yeah.
about, like, with the conscription thing,
Yeah.
Like, now, like, you know, you got to be 18. There's a whole filter system. If you've ever applied for military work, There's a whole filtering
Yeah.
system for you to get in. You need to be healthy, fit, like surprisingly healthy and fit.
Yeah.
Got to pass all these psychological tests. There's a million things. Like with Battlefield 1, like I was watching it and then reading about it. Kid lied about his age to get through conscription. So he's like 16, man.
Oh, actually, I've heard a lot of stories like that. Back then, a lot
Yeah.
of kids, they wanted to go to war.
Because that's what their grandfathers did.
Yeah.
Or that's what their fathers did. That's what turned him into a
My
man.
country, this
Yeah.
is my...
You know
They
what I
heard
mean?
the stories.
Yeah,
and,
they had to do it. You know, that's
Kids
what-
of, 16, go
Yeah,
on, go
just
on to war.
naive and just like
16, like, dude, can you imagine yourself at 16 going to war, man? Like, here's your gun, here's your horse.
Yeah.
Good luck.
You're on your own, like,
Yeah.
get nuts.
And you literally hit the hill, and there's just fucking artillery, and like, dude, that's it. Blink of an eye, man. Gone. You know what I mean? It's fucked.
Why are we like this? Yeah.
Yeah, bad. Lest we forget, man. Well, dude, 2
Yeah.
days. It's Remembrance
2 days,
Day,
yeah.
man.
11th of the,
Yeah.
11th.
And you know what? It's 12:30. I reckon the Trump damage is probably already done by now.
No, they said 21 states have closed their polling booths.
Already?
Yeah, so Times Square absolutely packed. People finding a spot, watching the election coverage. The vote tightens.
But they're popcorn.
68 electoral votes to Hillary Clinton and 66 to Trump.
Are you joking?
I don't understand how this is so close.
It was always going to be. It has to be. Have the drama.
That's so fucked up. Dude, yeah, but that's the thing. Like we said, the way the thing works, you know what I mean?
Whoop, Trumpy just got the lead. 68 to 76. But the major states haven't been done yet. This is all the shit cunt states. Not shit cunt states, but they're like...
Trump takes the lead. Seriously?
All the Dero states.
Well, Clinton's still got a few states where she will win.
Best lead.
Yeah. They roughly know. Like, obviously, the southern states went to Trump. Like, New York, New Jersey, all those kind of places went to Clinton.
Yeah.
You know, they kind of know, like, DC obviously went straight to Clinton. They know these kind of things.
That's not right, man.
No. But if you're in Florida... Florida!
That's so wrong, man.
Florida.
That's fucking wrong.
You know what else is coming up, which is really awesome? Conor McGregor fights.
Yes.
That's Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sunday, 3 o'clock.
Something happy to talk about.
Yeah, someone beating the shit out of someone else. Praise the Lord! What do you reckon's going to happen?
I don't know, dude. I really
McGregor
don't
in
know.
3.
What, decision or
No, he'll
knockout?
knock him out.
You reckon?
Yeah,
3?
McGregor's a striker. He'll suss him out first. I reckon Alvarez will get him down, as in not knocking, like wrestling him down. Conor will smash him in the third, break his jaw.
That's a big call.
Stats man.
That's a big call, man.
What do I know?
You better be right. 'Cause I would have put $100 on that.
Don't put us.
Conor in the third round, knockout, done.
No, it'll be
write it
Conor
down.
second or third. He'll win. He'll win. He'll strike him. He'll drop him.
Yeah? Yeah, you got Danny Green and Mundine fighting.
Who?
Started December.
In Radelaide.
Yeah, Radelaide.
Yeah, I'm gonna rush to see that.
That's
It's free to air SBS.
Channel 2.
On 4 corners.
After the Raggy Dolls. That's so disgusting, man. Mundine and Green again, like really?
The Green Machine versus Chuck Mundine. Really?
That fight was like 10 years ago.
That's 2004, wasn't it? Or 2006?
Boys need some money, man. Gotta make that coin.
They've got to be starving.
That bad blood has to come
Danny
back.
Green's doing alright for himself. He's released that new diet thing. He's doing videos for
What
guys.
diet thing?
It's on Facebook all the time. He's got
Not like an ab
the Green
shaker.
Machine. Yeah, but he's doing alright. Like he's working. He's got his own.
What's Chuck doing? I got no idea.
Fuck if I know. That guy's back in Redfern, man.
I know he's always in the news for some fucked up comment.
Yeah, because he said to the grand final, the AFL grand final.
Oh, yeah,
don't
league.
sing the
Don't
anthem.
sing the anthem.
And that was a way for him to get back into the media. Like just, oh, what did he say again? And then after they announced the
Yeah,
fight.
that was on the back of the whole Black Lives Matter thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, did you see what happened with the Black Lives Matter thing with Lil Wayne's comment?
No, whatever.
You haven't
Oh,
seen
didn't
it?
he say I don't know what that is?
Oh, dude. Do you like Lil Wayne, Johnny?
Not. I wouldn't say I'm a fan or anything. No.
Dude, hang on. Let me find this,
I don't really.
this clip.
I don't know.
Lil Wayne, Black Lives Matter. I've got it here, right?
Is Bill Burr running for North Carolina?
Bill Burr.
Dude,
What?
Bill Burr is actually running.
No.
Dude.
Fuck off.
Dude.
Are you sure that's not just another Bill Burr?
No, dude. I'm pretty sure he just retweeted. Dude, Bill Burr. He just retweeted it.
What? Nah,
It
man.
can't be.
No, it can't be. That's got to be a hoax. Like, that's got to be like a Photoshop job. Seriously. Why would Bill Burr be running for... He would have said something. He's never had any political agenda. Like, Bill Burr rarely ever talks about politics, man. Like, I mean, I don't listen to his podcast, but as far as his comedy goes, he's
Could be just maybe someone else called Bill Burr.
Okay, here's his TMZ's thing on Lil Wayne's Black Lives Matter. Now, as far as Lil Wayne goes, yeah, everyone used to call him the greatest of all time, like he was some genius. I did not see it. I ignored all his music until about 5, 6, 7 years ago, maybe even 10, and I said, okay, you know what? I'll take 5 random tracks and just see what he's about. I was listening to it gobsmacked. Like, what?
You know.
To me, like, when I think of Lil Wayne, I just think of like that voice changer and just like
Auto-tune.
stupid.
One
yeah, like-
line. Bitches trying to get me down, I'll break your leg.
yeah, I never thought he was.
What is that shit?
My big thing about him was another line off a T-Pain track. I love the T-Pain track that he's on, but I hate his verse because it just it starts with I go so hard, they call me go so hard. You ain't a king, you a joker card. I'm like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, not
he was on like fucking Oprah or something.
Hip-hop star Lil Wayne doesn't ordinarily give interviews.
Get the full
Bottom
interview.
line is no ordinary broadcast. A controversial encounter with the rapper is already getting major attention on Twitter. Here's ABC's Lindsay Davis.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lil Wayne.
I don't get it.
He's a rapper whose lifestyle has all the trappings of a bona fide rock
I
star.
watched this a couple of days ago.
I'm gonna marry him.
He's my idol.
He's my idol. He's the whitest kid in
For
America.
3 years, Nightline
Whitest
has been
kid in
granted
America.
rare
He's my
access to
idol.
the reclusive hip-hop icon, Lil Wayne.
I'm a slave for your ear. I'll die to make what you hear great.
Lil Wayne
auto-tune.
has been making music
Yeah,
for nearly
that voice.
25
Dude, wait
years.
till you hear this Black Lives Matter interview.
It's like Lollipop.
It's so fucked up.
A mogul discovering megastars like Nicki Minaj and Drake. Lil Wayne, born Dwayne Carter, was first discovered by New
This is
Orleans
so
rapper
fucked.
Birdman, who quickly signed him to his
Like,
record label
I give him
Cash
his
Money.
business sense, like he has an ear for business, but as far as lyricism goes, I don't rate him
Wayne's
for shit.
first taste of
And
mainstream
this Black
success
Lives thing
came
was
with
just
his
like,
electric
what's
verse
wrong
on
with you, man?
Juvenile's Back That Thing Up. His lyrics are crafty and calculating, yet raw and explicit.
I know how difficult it was to watch us come up with our pants sagging and our shirts all big and bandanas on and rapping street things and talking about
Kinda said
guns.
way too much
Every verse
lame,
was
man.
about
Yeah, man.
how I
Hard.
would run in your house and tie your parents up or something like that. And I sold over 1 million records in a heartbeat. It was about lyrics. It was just about, it wasn't about what you were talking about, it was about how you was talking about it.
What do you say to people who call your music vulgar, misogynistic, offensive, degrading?
No, if that's what you think about the music, if that's what you categorize it under, then so be it. All those things made me who I am, and I am a very successful man. Please keep looking out for more, because it's coming, baby.
So your daughter, would you have any problem with
Yeah, check
her
this
being
out.
called a or a hoe?
Yeah, if they calling her a hoe, I have a huge problem with that. Yeah, but I've never called a certain female that I name out, unless I got a real big problem with her. Yeah.
To say this
That's
father
right.
of four is
Scary.
controversial
You need
is
to,
basically
you need
an
to see this
understatement.
dude. Like,
But the self-described gangster says he's often misunderstood.
That'll be the biggest misconception, that I'm some kind of rude. I don't know. And when they meet me, they're like, oh, you so humble or whatever. But I'm from the South. I have to be respectful and everything like that because I have someone to answer to. And that's my mom.
But Wayne doesn't really care what we think about it. He's unapologetic in just about every aspect of his life.
What's your relationship with weed? Every day?
There's God, there's my family, there's my kids, there's music and weed.
In that order?
Yeah.
Our journey with Wheezy started back in 2013.
when I
His
saw
own
him at the
private
Eminem
skate
concert in
park he
2011, he's
constructed in
literally
Miami.
skating on the
How do
stage.
you, a
Like,
self-described
wow.
gangster,
That's really cool.
end up being such a prolific
Then he played the
skateboarder?
guitar on
I
one
fell in love
string.
with skating.
Just one
Plain
string,
and
I'm like, yeah, he's a
simple.
rock
The
star.
thing you love most about it is landing.
A couple of
the
YouTube
tricks.
videos about it.
Landing them,
Kirk Hammett versus
landing
Lil
them
Wayne.
well,
Yeah.
and being able to say you did that.
A few months later, he invited us to
This is
Amsterdam,
so
backstage at a sold-out performance.
What are you thinking about when you're walking on stage?
Usually what's on my mind is just impressing the people, and I'm usually trying to fill the crowd out first. Being on stage for me is everything I ever dreamed of. I'm always at home on stage.
Nowadays, Wayne has been making more headlines than music. Due to an ongoing legal battle, his completed Carter 5 album remains on the shelf, which is why he says he chose now to release a memoir.
Of course he did.
Gone Till November is a diary that chronicles the 8 months he spent at Rikers Island for an illegal weapon possession.
When you look back at prison, has it been life-changing?
I learned a lot about people. You're all on the same level. You're all going through the same thing. Everybody wants to go home.
But outside of a jail cell, his celebrity status has clearly shaped his perspective. Recently stirring controversy on Fox Sports when he said he personally doesn't see racism because so many of his fans are white.
I thought that was clearly a message that there was no such thing as racism.
There was a lot of backlash from people about that. Would you change it, what you said, or you still feel the same way? What's your thought on Black Lives Matter?
What is it? What do you mean?
The idea is that there's this movement called Black Lives Matter, thinking that the rest of America didn't seem to understand that Black Lives Matter.
It just sounds weird. I didn't know that you put a name on it. It's not a name. It's not whatever. It's somebody got shot by police for a reason. I am a young, black, rich. If that don't let you know that America understands Black matter these days, I don't know what it is. Don't come at me with that dumb man. My life matter, especially to my.
Do you separate yourself from it?
I don't feel connected to a damn thing that ain't got nothing to do with me. If you do, you crazy. You connected to this flag right. As I'm connected, I'm a gangbanger, man. I'm connected.
He ended our interview angrily. Lil Wayne is in the business of making music, not apologies.
He's loopy, man.
For Nightline, I'm Lindsay Davis in New York.
He's like, not connected. You. Not the cameraman. You crazy, that motherfucker.
I was mesmerized by that. He's such a, just a weird...
He's off his fucking head.
Off his head, and, he's not that super talented, I don't think.
Dude, he's not...
I don't get the...
He's not what they...
I remember when he was massive. I never really,
No, Dim said, though, give him his dues to get to where he is, though.
Oh, yeah, I mean...
No, he's got his hustle.
Yeah.
But idiots will be looking at him like he's the prophet.
Yeah.
Dude, he's off his face baked. The first thing I see...
Young Wheezy in this bitch, how...
But, dude, he cracks it. That interview was excerpts. There's a bit more of it, just, random shit. But he's like, I don't feel connected to a damn thing that's not... I'm not a part of. Dude, Black Lives Matter is a massive movement. It's about all the... all the killings, all the random shootings on Black lives by, cops. And it's not about putting everyone else down. It's about raising the fact that Black lives are as relevant as anyone else, or Latino lives or whatever, not just white. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
It's not about saying white lives are less important than black. It's about saying that anyone
Black
diverse
lives matters as well.
Diversity is just as important as
whether Asian, Hispanic, anything.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just started with the Black Lives Matter because of all those cops that shot up all the black dudes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's how can you not feel if you're not a human being without compassion and intelligence, then that's all you need to feel connected
just fried,
to
though.
it.
He's fried.
He's fried.
They got the wrong guy to interview. Why would they?
Yeah, but dude, that's the thing that kills me is that he'll be interviewed across the world now.
Yeah.
And get a rock star celebrity reception everywhere he goes.
Yep.
He's just off his fucking head. He's baked.
Rambling nonsense.
Yeah, man. He's baked. Every time you see a celebrity do something stupid, like get a tat on their face or something fucked up, you're just like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Then you think about the fact that they're selling out arenas, and you just wonder how the fuck...
Yeah, there was one of the scenes on that video you showed me, there was a girl crying, a really young girl.
Yeah.
I'm going to marry him one day, crying.
Yeah. It's like, you out of your mind?
She hasn't been raised right, I'm sorry. But.
You just see Johnny's little girl growing up with Malcolm X on their wall and all these...
Rip.
Just all these political figures. She has no outside interest that might even be, just recreational. It's this is what you're fucking learning. Put her through the ropes, test her every night.
Nah,
you gotta let kids be kids. But at a point, he's one of my idols. For what? Do you idolize his business savvy? Or, like, what are you idolizing? His face, he's fully tatted up.
He's full fucked up.
Like, he's fully just doped out on lean, like,
Yeah.
hard.
You hear
know
the
what
way
I
he's
mean?
speaking? Like,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I don't give a
He
fuck.
just looks
You,
warped.
not the cameraman.
Going back to that Black Lives Matter thing, I remember, like, when they were all marching and whatever, there was a point that was brought up. Like, they were blocking roads, dude. Like,
Yeah.
so I think they went about it in the wrong way because, like, they're blocking roads. Like, what if someone's needs to get to the hospital and they can't because the roads blocked by these?
Oh, okay.
That was the point that someone raised on a podcast.
Actually, that's a really good point. I never would have thought of
Dude,
that.
they full like closed down roads saying Black Lives Matter, which just seems ridiculous because everyone's life should matter and you shouldn't be blocking roads. Like,
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I think it was just, I get why they would have done it just to shut down infrastructure and, like
stop
be
infrastructure,
noticed.
traffic. Like, what if this?
But
like,
then
a
if
little
someone's
sick
had
kid,
a heart attack, yeah, or some kids...
How are they going to get through to go to the hospital?
That's actually a really good point. I
Yeah.
would never have thought of that.
Yeah, because when I heard that straight away, I went, like, I said the same thing. I went, "That is a great point. You're going about it going about it the wrong way. You're just making people angry."
Yeah.
Like,
But it's, I guess it's more of just like, I mean, once the frustration hits, you just do something radical because you react. You know, not everyone reacts in a rational manner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if something fucked up happened to me, like, you know, I'd break shit, lose it,
Yeah.
like, find someone to, like, slaughter for it. You know, you wouldn't think rationally, like, ooh, you know, what's the best way to go about this one? Let's call my congressman. He'll sort it out.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Daniel Andrews will sort it out.
Who? That's it. But what's happening in Australian politics? I saw something the other day, like, another reform. Like, they were just going on about
The plebiscite.
Oh, the plebiscite, yeah. Gay marriage will now be off the cards, off the table as a matter of discussion for like another 2 years.
It was just a way...
Wow.
I'm just over it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand what the
it's
big
now
deal... I
off
don't
the
understand-
table
I just don't
because
understand
it
what the
was
big deal is.
originally raised. That's what I hate about the political system. That the fact that something like that, which was a major issue, it's been discussed. We're not going to do it the way we said we're going to do it. So let's not discuss it again for another like 18 months.
Liberals saying...
shut up about that now,
Yeah,
right?
Liberal is saying we shouldn't have a free vote, blah, blah, blah. Labor saying we should have a free vote. We don't want the plebiscite. We need a free vote.
We need
Everyone
a free vote
needs,
by people.
No, by the people, for the people. Liberals like, no. So it's just...
So they voted on it. It wasn't passed.
Yeah, and they said
And
enough
that's it.
now. Like,
That's it. We'll deal with it next elections.
Yeah. When they'll come out again trying to get re-elected saying, yeah, oh, I'm all for it. And then they'll do the same thing again. I don't understand what the big deal is.
You know, it's like, how fucked up is that?
Just legalize the fucking thing, man.
Rest of the world is following suit, man. Just do it.
It's two human beings getting married.
Let it go.
Like, fuck.
Let it go.
Enough's enough, man.
Man.
I'm sick of fucking
Can we
talking
move
about
on
it.
to something else?
Yeah, man.
How fucked up is that? But I feel bad because now it's off the cards for the next 2 years. Like, literally, no, well, that's it. We voted. Not going to happen the way we said, you know. So, that's it. Next question.
Like, I mean, I'd be all for Johnny getting married to Ian Summer. What's his name?
I'm not gay. Stop
What's his name?
Summer holder.
Summer Holder.
Summer holder. Even his name just sounds weird,
Ian
man.
Cockholder.
I bet you're attracted to the name. You're not even attracted to him.
Two.
The name.
The name.
Oh, I hate the name Ian.
Do you really?
That makes him.
What would you call
unattractive.
him?
I love how I said you're attracted to the name, but not really to him. But like that didn't phase
No.
me. It's like, are you attracted?
The last name's sexy, Summer holder, but Ian. Because we had a family friend, and it was like this old guy, like just disgusting old guy. He used to always sit there with his legs open. You'd see like his like cock, like
What?
and he was disgusting.
What kind of family friends did you have?
No, he'd make a point of facing you and having his legs wide open, so you'd always just be staring at this like dirty old bulge.
Do you know what I remember?
So whenever I think of Ian, I just think of him, and he was disgusting.
Dude,
Like, even his
I
face was
remember.
disgusting.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What would you do in this situation? Yeah, I remember I was in year 11, or I think it was year 11 in the English.
Yeah.
We're in English class, and the teacher running the class, he was like just going off like his notes, or he's just going into this like massive monologue. Yeah, just strolling around the room, pacing, and just giving off his spiel. Yeah,
Good Will Hunting style.
yeah, bad. He just kept going. Right, and we're just
The
like
professor.
we're just falling asleep.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah.
We're all falling asleep until one of us realised his fly was open. Like wide open. He was wearing jeans that weren't really tightly fit. So they were sort of like loose and baggy, and the zip was just flanged out. Like,
Yeah, the old flange
right?
zip.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Now, someone was like, should we tell him? And I was like, no, don't tell him, because it's just going to get funnier and funnier. And I don't know. I'm pretty sure I walked out of that classroom and he wasn't aware. Would you have told him, or would you just let it go, like until literally the bell went?
No, I'm a little cunt. I wouldn't have told him.
Yeah, wouldn't have told him 100%.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We just sat there just
Yeah.
like, because do you know what he was doing? This is what killed it. At some point,
Wait, was he a prick of a bloke, though?
he wasn't the worst guy. He actually gave me some of my best marks, like in school.
When I walked out of class, I would have said, hey, man, just put your
Yeah,
tie
zip
up.
up. He wasn't the worst bloke, but a lot of people didn't really like him. Yeah?
Maybe he was trying to show you a sign.
Nah.
Gave you the good grades.
Dude, I was in the back. I was in the back.
Starts with
Someone
the fly
mentioned
open.
it. I wasn't the first one to notice it, and someone mentioned it to me, and we're just like, alright. But at one point, he actually lifted his leg up and like put it on the chair, you know, like did the old...
Oh, yeah, Professor.
Yeah.
Professor style.
Well, the section 3 of paragraph 5 highlighted with so-so's theory of evolution, and but he's got the actual leg up, like being that casual...
Just further flanging the fly.
just getting that point across. I just thought of it. Like, would you tell him or you wouldn't tell
Yeah, I
him?
would definitely not tell him.
How are we doing with the election, man? Fuck, there's a running election theme through the whole thing.
Early days, but it's starting to feel like Brexit. Deja vu, as Florida begins to favour Trump.
Oh my god.
Nice knowing you, boys.
It's just...
Let me just light up.
Tonight, as we're going to bed, just electricity just cuts out.
I think I'm going to start building a bunker.
Yeah.
You imagine something happened to Hillary and then Bernie had to be called back in and everyone just like turned to Bernie. And
You're loving this.
Imagine that.
Grandpa Bernie.
You're loving it.
You'd love Bernie as your grandfather, man. Imagine that, Bernie as your grandfather.
Passing out Werther's originals.
Yeah. You know, for Christmas, he's wearing the he got the stockings up. And, that's Bernie!
My grandfather actually looked like Bernie, like same kind of style.
That's it. Well, there you go. There's the whole thing.
But also I like Bernie because he looks like Wayne's World, that guy.
Yeah, he also looks like Larry David.
Looks like a senior Garth, that's why I like him.
He looks like Larry David from Could Be Enthusiasm.
Why are you waiting for Bernie? Because he looks like Garth. Like an old version of Garth.
Dude, that's how I voted for my local elections. Did you?
Yeah, I saw the picture.
Did you guys vote for the local council thing?
No, I did mine by postal vote.
I already got my fine.
Do you know what I did? I did,
Get your fine.
Got my fine, got upgraded to more.
Dude, I got my ballot here. For the local
now it
council.
goes into my drawer. It goes to the back of my drawer and stays there forever and never to be looked at
I
again.
literally, I
Till the
left
sheriff
everything.
comes knocking.
Dude, for my local council, I died because one of the candidates, some dude, his name's Tim Dark.
That's right, you went by the name. I saw the picture.
Yeah, dude, they did one I did a couple of years ago.
Tim Dark.
His name's Tim
That's
Dark.
a badass last name.
No, but
Johnny
dude,
Dark.
If you saw the photos, because I put it up, here's the photo of him, because I put it up on Insta, and I said, as if his face doesn't spell date rapist, and then hashtag rehypnol. Right? Look at him.
Oh,
Yeah.
bad.
I'm not accusing this man of anything. I've never met the guy, but
But
then,
he's clearly never touched
then-
pussy in his life.
yeah, dude, then one,
And he will do anything to get
dude,
it.
someone commented,
Any
I
means.
swear to God, this guy went to my primary school and something was wrong with him. Right? Dude, I saw that. Anyway, on the ballot sheet, his name is at the very top, and I just wrote, not pointing fingers, but looks like a date rapist. And then two things under that, there's a name, Emini Gok, and all I wrote was almost Slim Shady, so I gave him a 2. Alright, because it's E-M-I-N-E.
Yeah.
And then the last one, the only other name I voted on, because it's like Springy Noble, there's a lot of Vietnamese and sort of like Cambodian names, and then South Asian names. And then right at the bottom, there's a woman named Roz Blades.
That's sick.
And I just wrote one tough name.
So last name Blades.
Blades!
Roz Blades.
Johnny Blades.
Yeah, man! Roz Blades.
I like the last name Dark. That's cool. I could pull off the last name Dark.
Johnny Dark.
Johnny Dark.
Johnny Dark.
That's just seedy, man. Okay, I think we're at 2 hours and 47 minutes. Jesus.
And
Butter.
my urine sac is about to explode.
Thanks
Yeah.
for sharing that, man.
No
I'm going
worries.
to get rid of that in the edit.
No!
That's what you fight to keep? No! I think we've done well, man. That was a full sitting. 2
Yeah.
hours and 48 minutes.
Good
I got to
stuff.
split this one up.
Good stuff, ladies.
What are your predictions on Trump and Hillary?
I reckon Bernie will come back.
Raise.
Yeah, Bernie for the win.
Right, Bernie's sitting
Look,
right now in Bernie's at a Denny's eating like a sub sandwich.
Go on,
just
coleslaw on the side of the face.
Looking at the TV, going, all these punks.
And then it's just
What's up, young blood?
chaos. us in Florida, and then a van just pulls up.
Bertie, we need you.
We need you. He just wipes his mouth, puts his
Slowly puts a napkin down, leaves a tip, and walks out. Nah, honestly, I want Clinton to win, but I got a bad feeling, mate.
What do you reckon? Don't say something about Bernie Sanders. I'm begging you.
No, seriously, I want Clinton to win, but I got a bad feeling. Like,
I'm going to say Trump.
Really?
You reckon he'll win?
Divided.
No, I don't want any of them to win, but
East versus West.
redneck.
Seriously, man.
White trash.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Trump? Why? Just based on
What's going on in the
just
polls,
the,
or
the insanity? Just the what's the word? Sensationalism.
Yeah.
so? Just now, 1 minute ago, Clinton and Trump are now tied.
Where? Generally or in Florida?
Generally,
See, I always knew it was going to be an on the nose win. Like we're going to keep. Yeah. But
I think someone needs to take out Trump. Johnny.
That's scary. It's fucking scary.
Yeah,
man.
we're going to war, boys. Time to get
Yeah.
time to hit the iron, to hit the pump.
Because we're going to make the difference.
we need to start reinforcing.
We're going to make it. We're in our 30s.
Dude, we could make this a real.
We're in our 30s, man. We can't be fucked.
No, we just have to spend our time reinforcing this place.
Hey, this
Like,
could be a really cool bomb shelter, man.
Just sandbags.
we will make it impenetrable.
No one will get in here, I'm telling you. And if they do, we'll have an underground bit as well, just in case.
To get to the ground.
And I'll be standing there with that. Where's that little knife on the wall over there?
Yeah, my fucking
I'll wear my
mate.
indoor soccer medal. Just standing at the gate.
I'll throw the Dolomites the anthem.
Shrapnel, man.
Shrapnel. That will cut someone open, man. That's old rusted coins, man.
Yeah, man.
Imagine getting hit over the head with that. That'd knock you out
That
cold.
hurt, man.
Hey, have you seen, by the way, have you seen the new $5 notes?
Yeah, I had one. I didn't pay attention to it.
No, they don't work in half of the machines. Like,
Yeah, no, they're not great.
Australians love to waste money, man. We're just...
Yeah.
imagine how much time and effort and money and all the designers and process went into making that bill.
And then they never thought about, oh, wait a second, what about all the technology we've got around half the country?
Nah.
Nah. Now we're going to redo the whole thing.
Yeah, you're trying to go to Woolies to buy milk. Doesn't accept it.
It's fucked, man.
Wanker.
That's so
What
fucked up.
genius was in charge of that?
I don't know, man. I keep forgetting to bring it up. I don't.
Nah, fuck
Anyway,
it. All right.
okay. So hang on. Trump, Hillary. I don't know, man. I reckon the sensationalism is there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think I've got a bad feeling.
The Republicans are voting in like record numbers. Everyone's voting in record numbers. I've got a bad feeling.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
I've got a bad feeling.
I'd like Clinton to win, but I've got a bad feeling.
Maybe we're wrong. Maybe Donald will just make everything great again.
No.
Are you serious?
Maybe.
Oh, you're one of those bastards.
Maybe he gets in and he just fucking just starts.
You just went for Sanders 20 minutes ago.
Nah, I've turned.
Colonel.
I'm a Trump man.
You didn't get Colonel
I've
Sanders?
just decided right now I'm a Trump man.
Yeah, wait till he comes and rapes you personally.
Yeah, dude.
Let's make this world great, Donald.
Man, I want Clinton. I want Clinton to win because it's a more stable, secure choice.
She knows what she's doing.
Yeah, I mean, if we've had 8 years or whatever of Barack,
Yeah.
they're both Democrats. They both serve to get alongside each other. She's not going to do anything
Different.
She's not going to do anything outlandish.
No.
Where you can't trust the fucking, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like we're not going to have the worry of World War III over our heads.
Exactly. But with Trump, when all he's been talking about is the fucking wall, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like a loose cannon. Like, what's going to happen?
Who knows? Who fucking knows, man? When he's off his first speech where he's announcing that he's running, and all he had to say was Mexicans they're deporting, the illegal aliens from Mexico are coming in and they're all rapists and criminals. That's your first opening statement? That's what you want to be remembered as?
Yeah.
That's
He's getting votes, right?
exactly.
Yeah, but you know what?
But he's stirring up the inner redneck of, like, every urban white male, you know? Like, all the white guys listening to Lil Wayne. Even though that contradicts, like, Trump's, like, racist agenda. Like, that's what's scaring me. That it's just this sensationalizing and just fucking, just blind, man.
It's just causing more division, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it's just a massive divide, and that honestly, man, that's what's getting me. The fact that could possibly happen. That's why I'd say Clinton's the safe choice, the safer bet, and the safer option, because she's not going to do anything outlandish.
Yeah.
Dude, Clinton has been a diplomat, as in she has personal ties to, like, the politics in the greater universe, man. Trump is just a fucking redneck who's fucked over most people with businesses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what, it's just like...
And Ivana Trump cannot be fucking first lady, I'm sorry.
Oh,
She's an immigrant!
No, what's her name? Melania?
Is that her name?
Yeah.
What did I say?
Ivana, that was her first.
They're all immigrants!
That was the irony, dude. That was the two irony things that I was going to say. Melania came out, made a speech about how if her husband's in, she's going to put a focus on ending online bullying and online, like all that sort of shit. When the irony of it is Trump has gotten himself into so much shit because he just attacks people on Twitter.
Yeah, like that's all he does.
Like being complete misogynist.
He's like the biggest bully of all time.
Biggest bully of all time. But Melania's like policy's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put a focus on that. It's like you're an idiot. Talk to your husband first.
Tell you what, if Trump goes through,
America
are going to be the biggest laughing stock of the world.
Yeah, that and the fact that one of Trump's key points against Hillary was Bill Clinton's infidelities and shit, and risque past when Melania became about because of an affair that Trump had, and then Trump's second wife came about because of an affair that he had.
So, how childish is it? Like, Dim shouldn't win because he fucked her. Like,
and your dog took a dump on my fence.
Yeah, but she made a comment too about like, girl, what the fuck? Who are you people? And why are you running the world? Get a team of fucking scientists in there.
This is going to be the leader of the free world.
It just needs to be a team of like super smart people that like.
That's why it's scary, and that's why I reckon everyone should be just panicking right now because it's like.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to Bunnings to get some
masters. Go cheap. The liquidation sales.
Oh, far out.
Dude, America, the White House, if Trump gets through,
we're done.
America's going to have like a big Masters logo on it. It just says out of business.
Yeah.
You know, fire sale. Fire sale.
No,
and the front door will be boarded up like zombies are coming.
Yeah. And it'll be like, Hell's Pit.
Hell's Pit.
Yeah, man.
Trump Towers will be his lair.
No man's land. Just
barbed wires, like Roddy's at the front.
It's all over.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, man. 2 hours and 55 minutes, man.
Good work, boys.
Fucking longest one we've done for a while.
Yeah.
Call it.
You can leverage out.
What would you do if you were asked to give up your dreams for freedom? What would you do if asked to make the ultimate sacrifice? Would you think about all them people who gave up everything they had? Would you think about all them war vets, and would you start to feel bad? Freedom isn't free. It costs folks like you and me. And if we don't all chip in, we'll never pay that bill. Freedom isn't free. No, there's a hefty fucking fee. And if you don't throw in your bucko fare, bucko fare. Freedom costs a bucko fare.